The Orca is Saud Kruger's mid-range entry into the luxury cruise line market. It is a large class vessel that excels in its intended purpose as an opulent touring ship for the ultra-rich. Its sleek, minimalist design embodies the effortless delivery of comfort for pilot and passenger alike. It can be easy to dismiss the Orca as absolutely unsuitable for AX combat. After all, the ship is practically made of glass, with its ship-length observation deck and side windows covering most of the external hull. It is also a very large target. The cavernously large flight deck only serves to further remind you of this whenever you are sat inside. But the Orca holds a few cards up its sleeve, and thanks to one stat in particular, this ship might just be able to excel at AX combat after all. You see, an engineered Orca can hit 501 meters a second without boosting. Yes, that's right. The Orca base speed is faster than a lot of ships' boost speed. When you boost it, over 630 meters a second is achievable. This makes the ship able to dodge the swarm and control the pace of the engagement with ease. The Orca is a large ship though, and with that comes a lot of inertia. Its manoeuvring thrusters may struggle to maintain an orbit. It is also limited to 3 hardpoints. While all can mount Gauss or Flak, only having 3 means sacrifices have to be made. How will the Orca fare as we take a luxury cruise liner out to battle Thargoids? As with all my reviews, I intended to face off against each interceptor variant, but as luck would have it, I was hyperdicted by a Medusa and 2 Basilisk. With a little meta-alloys, I was able to summon 3 Cyclops, and so we'd get to see its performance against 3 of the 4 variants at once. The Orca is so fast in reverse ski that when battling the swarm, you will actually have to slow down in order to avoid losing them in the distance. On approaching the 2 Basilisks, the Orca's speed made them feel like fighting a Cyclops in a slower ship. They are still tougher than a Cyclops obviously, and the extra time on target needed was initially a bit of a challenge for the Orca's drifting as a result of its weight. With a lot of thruster control, staying on target becomes comfortable quickly. If you do incur the wrath of the swarm by letting them fly through you, the Orca can very easily avoid a suicide missile attack with its high boost speed. Getting back on target after a swarm attack is pretty quick. Once acclimatized to its handling, the Orca can maintain a respectable orbit, though a lot of additional thruster control is needed. And the Orca does have the agility to engage multiple Thargoids in a single attacking run. All in all, the Orca fares well against basilisks. Their primary advantage, speed, is nullified in comparison to the Orca's extremely high thruster performance.
Target destroyed.
Cyclops simply do not stand a chance. With such an extreme advantage over controlling the pace of the fight, there is little they can do to defend themselves. Engaging and destroying all three was a very quick affair in the Orca. Medusa and Hydra are where range control becomes more important though. While not as important with the Medusa, it still matters. The Orca can maintain pace competently enough, though it does drift out of optimal range very easily, if not very actively kept under control. With only 2 Gauss on this build, optimal range is very beneficial. destroying the Medusa was surprisingly comfortable overall. No major problems could be identified, and there was always the option to back off and carry out repairs at any point due to the speeds difference between the two vessels. Now, I did take this build out against a Hydra, and while the DPS with 2 Gauss is high enough to overcome the Hydra's hull regeneration, the uncertainty over being able to maintain a reliable, optimal range did make the fight a bit tedious and long. With that in mind, I feel that the optimal loadout for the Orca is a flakless 3 Gauss Sato, and we will head out to face a Hydra without flak next. For this run, I would be using the jackhammer approach of using all 3 Gauss cannons at once, with double heatsink cover. This would mean taking damage for every shot, and it would make the first heart a little close, but overall it shortens the time on target, minimises the risk of needing to re-exert, and helps combat the problem of drifting out of optimal range. Armour and repairs are not the Orca's shortcomings, so I knew it could take a little punishment while destroying those hearts. The Orca can easily outpace the swarm, and so it is surprisingly easy to avoid getting them into missile state. Though it did occur a few times, avoiding the missiles and resetting the swarm by flying through them was pretty easy. It was still a very tough fight though, with a lot of thruster control needed to maintain both range and aim. each heart destroyed making exerting the next one easier, the fight became a lot more comfortable after the halfway mark. I could already sense victory approaching, but now was not the time to become complacent. A lot of concentration is needed for this matchup. The Orca had proven it is a very capable AX vessel. In fact, as a 55-point ship on the Vanguard score system in the AXI, it has been used by several commanders recently to carry out amazing kills. Commander Bad Racing Driver achieved a Hydra, Double Medusa and Triple Cyclops kill that actually knocked me from 2nd place to 3rd on the Ace leaderboard, and Commander GT Jite took 4th place with a Hydra Triple Basilisk kill. Excellent demonstrations of the Orca's ability and amazing pilot skills by both of them. The Orca requires a degree of experience to pilot effectively, as its high inertia and hardpoint limitations are big weaknesses, but I think we can safely say that this liner is in the top 1% of all liners out there. Fly safe, Commanders.